Welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today, Snow White remake annihilated on Piers Morgan. Oh, this should be good.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Anything to turn things into wokest, womanist, liberalist, anything. Just wait. It's...
Well, when Disney executives signed off a big budget remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, they probably thought it was a very safe bet for a company in dire need of a hit. A time-honoured fairy tale beloved by millions, which spans generations, borders and creeds. What could possibly go wrong? Well, it turned out just about everything. Rachel Zegler, who stars as Snow White, condemned Prince Charming as weird and a stalker, adding that she hates the original. Nice start. Leaked photos from a set revealed that the Seven Dwarfs had been sensationally axed, replaced by multiracial, gender non-specific, magical humans.
No frickin' way.
After Peter Dinklage said it was backwards to cast real dwarves as dwarves, even though he's made a whole career out of being a real dwarf who's played dwarves in movies and made millions doing it. The usual suspects raced to defend this bold and progressive gesture, but that particular tale ended with a shock twist.
I think you should live in the 1930s, actually, Piers, because that's where you belong, really, listening to what you were just saying then. Also, I'm going to quote Warwick Davis, because he said he finds it patronising when people are offended on his behalf. And you've...
Disaster.
Just spent a 5-minute monologue being offended on his behalf. And I think that's ridiculous.
Well, let me bring in Dylan, because Dylan is also offended, and he happens to be a dwarf actor. Yeah, and he was offended on his own behalf. So it turned out I was right. Disney responded to the growing controversy by delaying the movie for a year and replacing the magical humans with what looked like CGI garden gnomes. They featured prominently in the first trailer, which dropped over the summer.
So, whistle while you work.
Fairest of them all, huh?
Whistle while you work. Magic
At least the queen is attractive.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Well, audiences responded in their droves. In fact, the trailer has broken records. More than 1 million people have disliked it on YouTube.
That's because Snow White is... She looks like... I've seen more more attractive girls in my real life. Like, what? How is the queen even jealous of her? That's the whole point of the entire story. How could that be Snow White? Come on, man. Lordy Lord.
YouTube, making it one of the most hated previews in cinematic history. The cherished fairy tale has become a grim morality tale.
Look at Pierce, he's so happy.
Meddling Hollywood hacks. Audiences watch movies to escape this kind of hectoring, virtue signalling, the insanity of the modern world, not have it thrown in ladles down their throats.
Literally. That's why I don't watch Disney anymore. All the remakes are garbage. Look at The Little Mermaid. Come on, man.
To debate all this and lots more, two of YouTube's most outspoken and popular commentators, Gary Beekler, who's aka Nerdrotic, and Will Jordan, aka The Critical Drinker. And here in the studio, uncensored contributor Esther Krakow and the occasional comedian James Barr, fresh from what he tells me was a very successful trip to the Edinburgh Festival. I'll see if there's any evidence.
He looks very not happy.
For that later. But welcome to you all How are you, James? You miss me?
Hello.
I miss you, Piers. Not really. And this whole Snow White thing is just performative outrage. It is.
Actually, you're right. Do you know what? We're going to
Performative outrage, indeed. They're outraged at the crappy performance.
start the new autumn season, if you like, of this, or the fall, if you're watching in America, with a point of immediate agreement between me and James Barr.
Right.
That's exactly what this is. It is performative bullshit.
No, it's performative outrage.
But it's by Disney and by Hollywood.
On your
Agreed.
Right?
part.
Really? Why?
Yes, absolutely. Because this is a movie that was made in 1937 and is being remade in 2024. And you sit here moaning about the differences between those two movies, like 1937 were the glory days.
What?
What? The fairy tale. Okay. The fairy tale Snow White is much, much older. And again, if you put an unattractive actress as the main character, Snow White, who's supposed to be the fairest of them all, the most beautiful woman in the world, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, what are you talking about? Why are you offended by this movie? Why do you think people are not
Because
like...
they replaced the dwarves with CGI abominations. They are pretending like Rachel Ziegler is the fairest of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
Literally.
Somehow Gal
That's
Gadot,
so
who's
rude, Esther.
easily one of the top 10 most attractive women on the planet, is some evil, ugly stepmother, which she is not. I don't know how she burst.
She's the stepmother, and she's attractive, and she was supposed to be the fairest of them all before. So Gal Gadot is great casting for the evil queen. But you can't have Snow White be that actor, that girl there. Come on, man.
Start laughing.
Yeah, none
saying,
of it
who's
works.
the fairest of
Right?
them all,
None
and
of it
looking
is
at
actually
Rachel.
the truth.
Yeah.
Let's bring in
nonsense.
let's bring in our two YouTube experts, because
What, she's more attractive because she's younger? That's bullshit. Not all women are equally attractive. Even if one is younger than the other. She can be less attractive even though she's younger.
Critical Drinker, your YouTube video on the trailer has now been viewed nearly 2.5 million times, and you said the new dwarf's look is nightmare fuel.
Great choice of words.
Can you explain that for us, please?
Yeah, so what they've obviously tried to do is
Wokest bullshit is what they try to do.
retain the artistic aesthetic of the cartoon from the 1930s, but transpose it into a live action movie, and it just looks horrific. It's so out of place. And when you see them dancing next to Rachel Ziegler, who's an actual human actor, it just looks awful. They don't match up. They're deep into the uncanny valley. It is the worst possible choice they could have made. It would have been so much. It would.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is not Uncanny Valley because it's obvious it's a cartoon, kiddo.
Be so much easier if they just used actual dwarf actors. I don't know why they haven't done that.
Why is no one offended about the new Lord of the Rings show on Amazon, where they have actors, non-dwarf actors playing dwarfs? Why are we not talking about that? Why is no one...
Because they're not dwarves as you know them as human beings, idiot. That's why. Fantasy dwarves are not human dwarves. They're not the same thing, idiot.
offended about that? Why are we just picking on Disney?
Well, I am now you mentioned it.
Yeah,
Well, you should be.
There's room for
Yeah,
room for
could have got
outrage.
them in.
But
as well.
is,
Very, very outraged.
is there? You're just
I'm
firing
offended about
outrage
the whole
at
show,
Snow
personally,
White
but-
because they're trying to do something different.
Hey man, you want to talk to me about Rings of Power? I will talk your ear off for hours.
Let's
but like
go.
we're here to discuss Snow White. So what do you want me to say?
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's
thing
bring
aside.
in. I want to bring in Nerdronic because what this is really about is the fact that the people who are most angry about this are not people like me who were saying, well, why the hell are they doing this? It's such crap. It was actual dwarf actors who rely on movies like this, which literally are about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They rely on that for really significant income. If you're a dwarf actor and you land a part in one of these movies, you make a lot of money.
Yep.
And yet suddenly it's been taken away from you. That's what incenses me on their behalf.
Yeah, that this is where political correctness paints itself into a corner every single time. You find yourself with very strange bedfellows. And
Man, the wokest, womanist garbage, man. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, how long before people actually wake up to the bullshit? How long do we have? 10 more years? 20 more years? Before people are like, okay, I'm just done. If you mention political correctness, like, I'm out. Like, you get 0 votes. Like, when do we get to that point? When do we get to the point where at university, the students themselves have a protest about that bullshit? How long do we have before that happens? It's gonna happen. But when is it gonna happen is the question. Because it's just idiotic. How long must it go on?
In this, and it's not just the actors, it's Disney fans. Disney fans are offended by
Disney's ruined.
Rachel Zegler's comments disrespecting the movie that made Disney. And this is why there is 1 million dislikes on this trailer, and it's a culmination of creative bankruptcy. If this movie just existed on its own, it probably wouldn't be that much of a controversy. But if you add a singular Peter Dinklage interview that cost dwarf actors their jobs, and Zegler out there popping off and fanning the flames, along with everything Disney's done over the last 6 years, you have Snow White.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the point.
But
And
this is
James, here's my point.
No, it's not, idiot. The frickin' company is going bankrupt. If they didn't have Marvel, man, if Disney didn't have Marvel, like, the Disney movie remakes are like the worst movies of the 20th century. Like they're so bad. Like, they're actively bad. Like, they're like, it's like when you try to make like a photocopy and it's like smudges all over the page, and then you just put like, you try to fix it with like a black crayon. That's what it looks like. They're so bad.
If you had a gay-themed movie, right, and it had potentially parts for 6 great gay characters, right? Say there was a book and it had 6 great gay characters in it. And there were lots of gay actors who would love to play those roles, right? And suddenly it was decided that that could not happen, that actually no gay actors would be allowed to play any of those roles. You would be on here leading the charge of outrage that gay actors were being deprived work when it was literally in their wheelhouse. And that's the argument which I don't think you're quite computing.
No, and I agree with you. I would be somewhat outraged, but I think
somewhat. Okay, kiddo.
Something deeper going on here in that we're talking about stereotypes. I'm normally offended if a gay person misses out on a gay role, if a straight person is playing a camp, overtly gay stereotype.
Right, so why are you not upset for the dwarf actors?
Because I think what they're trying to do here is make it more inclusive. Plus, also remember...
What? Yeah. It's totally not this, okay? It's totally not, we want to save the money and we're just going to animate them in. It's totally not that. No, it's quote unquote being inclusive. Yeah. Total bullshit. Come on.
It's a robot.
Full bullshit.
They're literally excluding why are we pretending that Hollywood is a fair place for actors?
It's not about
Indeed.
But the thing is, they didn't even. Hold on.
The world isn't a fair place.
They were cartoons in the original film.
Everything was a cartoon, idiot.
Have a human actress. So they have a human actress dancing next to 6
But
green
how far do we
dummies.
go with this faux outrage? Are we going to say that actual, like in the movie Pets, all pets need to be actual animals?
Because you are
we going to say that Yoda needs to be played by...
It's people like you that would be outraged that if an actor is not gay, you shouldn't play a gay role, when actors are literally paid to act. So how about we just let actors act? And if you're going to cast human beings as human roles, then you shouldn't replace them with CGI abominations and say, by the way, this is
if a dwarf actor...
I don't know why you keep saying CGI.
It's exclusive of humanity.
I don't know why you keep saying outrage.
It's a point. It actually is an abomination.
There are so many CGI movies, and there are so many people that have played dwarves that have been. They've used CGI to do that, and no one's outraged. You're just outraged because Disney are trying to make the world a better place, and you want to.
What? No freaking way! He just said that. That is hilarious. I can't believe he said that. Disney trying to make the world a better place. I got some snake oil I'd like to sell you.
Nobody at Disney's making the world a better place.
No one.
Man, and I don't know why you keep using the word outrage. No one's outraged about this movie. People are laughing at it because
Literally, it's very stupid. Agreed.
it's a joke. It is a combination of everything bad about modern movie making. You've got a movie called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that doesn't have dwarves in it. You've got the fairest of them all, who's put up against Gal Gadot, and somehow Gal Gadot
disaster.
is jealous of Rachel Zegler, and you've got a story about the search for
No freaking way she's jealous of.
true love that's no longer about true love.
It's about
What
power.
even is this movie?
Exactly.
It's a hollow, vacuous
And I
joke
can add
that
one
everyone
more.
is
If I'll
laughing
let
at.
Nadrotic do this, because there's a leaked scene that was shown at the recent D23 reveals that the modern empowered Snow White won't even allow domestic labour being carried out by herself. Instead, she orders the dwarves to tidy up themselves, even when they've had a hard day down the mine.
It's their house.
I mean, Nadrotic, isn't this taking the whole virtue signaling?
So she lives in a house for free, and she doesn't do anything? Very great message for women. Great message, great message.
Stuff to a ridiculous degree?
Absolutely. If you want to remake the movie, just remake the movie in live action, note for note. It would probably be much better.
Yeah.
But it's so obvious now because of the blight of intersectionality that's spread throughout our entire society that we can't have a woman holding a broom.
Yeah, blight is a great word. Rot, cancer, degradation, corruption. This is intersectionality, womanism, wokeism. These are what these things are. My lord.
Not that Rachel Zegler would know what to do with a broom other than fly on it, but I mean, that's what it is, and it's predictable, and it's what Drinker just said. It's nobody's outraged. It's mockery. Don't
we all know.
confuse
The
outrage
moment
with
we all
mockery.
know. We all know. I haven't seen it yet, but I would lay even money. The moment Prince Charming moves in for the kiss while she's asleep, he gets arrested.
No. The actor gets arrested for doing something overtly illegal on camera. Oh, word!
Yeah, exactly.
Throw him off a cliff!
He hasn't given consent.
Arrested and taken off to Harvey Weinstein's prison.
The original story is
Epstein's Island.
problematic. Why is everyone ignoring that? Why are we
problematic?
Problematic! Here we go. Classic word. Problematic. Woke. Intersectional.
Why should a woman walk into seven blokes' house, right?
And then have an orgy.
Dwarf's house and clean it for them? It's their house. I don't care.
Because she is a stowaway. She's getting food and lodging and heat and not dying from animals and exposure for free. That's why, Rita. That's why. My lord. Yes, women deserve to get everything in life for free. They should never have to work a day in their lives. Women are entitled princesses. They don't have to do anything. Actually, the irony is this. The irony is she actually is a princess. And actually she wouldn't work, but the whole point is that she's meant to show that she has good character, and so even though she's a princess unaccustomed to work, she still does it. That's meant to show what a great woman she is. What's wrong with that? Even though she's supposed to be an entitled princess, she goes against the stereotype by cleaning and doing her part like you're supposed to when you're part of a family, a community. That's what you do. It's their house. Yes, they're perfectly capable of cleaning their own house, but if you are a freeloader eating their food, using their wood that they cut, their food that they hunted, their water that they took from the well, and so on, why should you do nothing to contribute? Before, women used to work 15 to 20 hours a day. They would literally sleep for 4 hours and they would be working the entire day, sun up to sunset. Men would work, they would work 1 hour less, but hard manual labor. That's what women used to do. You don't understand how privileged and entitled women in 2024 are. You don't understand it even. Read some history, idiot. My God. He's so stupid. I don't even... Lordy Lord, this is the people they allow to be on TV these days. Phew, baby.
Care how long they've been working. Do the cleaning yourself.
Why should
they save her life at that point?
They've been down a mine all day. Why isn't she down the mine?
Well, they shouldn't be, because
Well,
mines
but hold on.
shouldn't exist
What about
anymore.
what about gratitude and being a decent person?
What? Are you a freaking... Mines shouldn't exist anymore? Are you... Sorry, guys, I'm looking the other way like incredulous. Like, what?
They're letting her stay.
It's like I just got hit with like a hard right, you know, like a left hook. That's how surprising that was.
there for free.
And by the way, how dare you stigmatize cleaning as a job?
I know, I'm just saying that I think it's weird that you're
a lot of
all
cleaners
saying...
watching this show thinking, wow, really? You're saying that it's beneath a woman to clean?
No, I'm saying that everyone should clean, especially the person that owns the house.
Are you saying it's demeaning for a woman to clean a house?
Piers, that's
James,
not what I said.
I'm letting you know this
Wow.
now.
That is
If
not
I
what
ever
I
let
said.
you live in my house for free, you are clean.
Indeed.
And just to make matters even worse,
letting you know this.
critical drinking, we then had Rachel Zegler, who'd already been gobbing off left, right, and centre, causing endless problems. She then shared the trailer on social media and added Free Palestine, despite the fact that her co-star, Gal Gadot, is Israeli.
Oh my God. Sorry, you can't make this crap up, guys. I don't even... This is insane. Oh, man.
So you can imagine what that's done. That's just poured kerosene all over the place.
Yeah.
Does she even know
the
where
promotional
Palestine
tour for this
Probably
movie is
not.
going to be wild, man.
Yeah.
When you get them two together.
I mean,
I don't know why she felt the need to do that. It's if there's one thing you want to do, particularly when you're someone like Rachel Zegler who's already in hot water, just stay away from politics for a little while. Just try and promote your crap movie and try and salvage something from this mess. But I guess she just couldn't.
The
help
odd thing
herself.
is actually, Najoti, that Disney have just had a...
She couldn't help herself because she's an entitled princess. The actress is, which is how she got hired. And she's a, liberal, wokeist, womanist, intersectionalist, idiot, clearly.
Monster hit this summer, haven't they?
Yeah. Two. They've had two. They've had actually a pretty good year.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Planet of the Apes, most with Fox properties, but Planet of the Apes did okay. Alien Romulus is doing pretty good. Inside Out 2 was the biggest movie of the year.
And you know what none of them
Deadpool
did?
and Wolverine
Inside Out 2 is actually good.
is still crushing it.
Right, and none of them went down this stupid
Deadpool Wolverine wasn't woke.
road. Right? In other words, when Disney just does what we want Disney to do, which is make great movies. I think Disney's a great company, historically a fantastic company, and it's done some great stuff this summer. Just do what you're good at. You don't need to...
Please don't get into politics and wokeist garbage. Please don't be idiots. Please. Go woke, go broke. You've heard the expression.
Do this stuff. If you just brought out a movie with Snow White and dwarf actors, everyone would have gone, great. That's the movie we want to see.
It wouldn't have been a problem.
No.
It wouldn't have been a problem. No, Disney helps fan the flames because they're so risk averse and they're so afraid of looking bad to one part of the audience. They don't give a crap about the majority of the audience who are just normal people who want to go and be entertained and escape.
Exactly.
They're so worried about their own people.
Yeah, it'll be a bomb. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, certainly. There ain't no way. There ain't no way this movie fails.
I want to
doesn't fail. I used too many negatives and confused myself.
Something else, which is we're going to play a setup quote for this. A Venice Film Festival taking place this week. One of the big movies premiere there is called Queer, starring Daniel Craig.
Here we go.
Very annoyed on your behalf, James. You didn't get the nod for that. Don't see why Daniel Craig, a straight guy, got the
Oh, Piers.
role when you're out there.
He is.
Piers is hilarious.
Hotter than me,
I'm talking about a stereotypical job made in someone's name. Queer. He plays a lonely middle-aged gay character obsessed with a much younger gay man in 1940s Mexico. The reviews have been brilliant. Apparently, Craig is fantastic. Even
Craig is a really good actor. We already know.
though he's a straight guy, playing a gay guy. There we go.
No. He's secretly gay, guys. I'm telling you.
Man can be great. It's a shame you're not.
But the
Wow. Get your digs in.
contentious point is this. At the press conference yesterday, the press wanted to know the answer to the question whether Bond could ever be gay. Let's watch.
Do you think there could be a gay James Bond?
Guys, let's be adult in the room for a second. There is no way around the fact that nobody would ever know James Bond desires. Period. Having said that...
Sorry? We don't know James Bond desires. He's the
I think we know.
single straightest guy in the history of
He's straight up like womanizer. That's part of his character. Even when he's quote unquote tied down, he's not really tied down. You know that he could have any woman he wanted, right?
mankind. There's never been any suggestion by Ian Fleming, the author, or by the Broccoli family or anybody else that he was anything or is anything other than a 100% red-blooded straight guy.
Is anyone really a 100% red-blooded straight
Yes,
man? How do you know that?
Oh my god. Whew. That was an ordeal. That was an experience, guys. I feel I feel like I had a fight after watching that one. My lord. All right. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Buy my books like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, Brian, Andrew, Alan, Armani, and Nicholas. Shout outs to you. Most recent purchaser of both my books, Strategist Guide to Seduction and Quotes to Live By. My books can be found at bit.ly/heliosbooks. If you'd like coaching services, just email me. That's my email there, theheliosblog@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.